We'll move on in just a moment or two to the women's floor and men's parallel bars competitions as the action continues in Antalya, Turkey.
Floor exercise. Ana Barbosu, Romania.
First up in the women's floor competition will be Ana Barbosu of Romania, the gymnast who was 9th in the all-around competition. She was junior European champion on floor and everything else in Turkey in 2020. Jessica Gadirova of Great Britain going for her 3rd consecutive European title on floor. Naomi Visser of the Netherlands, the reigning Dutch champion on floor. Zsofia Kovacs of Hungary, who's just taken the bronze medal on beam. Spain's Laura Casabuena made the final at the Mediterranean Games on floor. She was 10th in the all-around competition. Alice D'Amato of Italy, a gymnast who had a terrific performance on the uneven bars yesterday. Alice Kinsella of Great Britain, the European champion from 2019. And the last gymnast to go will be Sabrina Manaka-Voinea of Romania. She was 4th in the vault competition yesterday. Now the finalists in the men's parallel bars event. Switzerland's Eddie Yusuf, the 9th best in qualification, part of the team that won a bronze medal at the European Championships back in 2016. His teammate will be next to go, Noah Seifert, 4th in the all-around competition, 4th best qualifier, I should say, 5th in the all-around competition, 4th best qualifier here. Ilya Kovtun of Ukraine, the all-around bronze medalist, 2nd strongest in qualification. But the performance he gave in the all-around final was the best he's ever done on the parallel bars. Andrei Muntean of Romania, silver medalist on parallel bars at the Youth Olympic Games in 2010. France's Cameron Lee Bernard, Mediterranean Games, a bronze medalist on the parallel bars last year in Algeria. The hugely popular Ferhat Arujan of Turkey, the 29-year-old who won the bronze medal at the Olympic Games on parallel bars and who has been twice a champion of Europe. Representing Spain, Tieno Diallo, 10th in the all-around competition and a Mediterranean Games team gold medalist. Jake Jarman of Great Britain, already a winner of 3 medals at these championships. And we also have Matteo Levantesi of Italy, the 3rd strongest in qualification. Nine in the parallel bars final. These are the 8 that have made it through to the floor final, and the top performer in qualification, Jessica Gadirova of Great Britain, is going for her 3rd European Championship floor title in a row. The parallel bars final has 9 in it, courtesy of a tie between Jake Jarman and Eddie Yusuf of Switzerland. Matteo Levantesi, the 3rd best in qualification and a Mediterranean Games medalist, will be the last to go. The top in qualifying, Ferhat Arujan. But what we saw from Ilya Kovtun in the all-around final was way beyond that score of 15.1 that Arujan produced in qualification.
From the Netherlands, Naomi Visser. And from Hungary,
so I shall leave you speculating about which display we'll see from Ilya Kovtun, whether it will be the 14.9 or the 15.433. Meanwhile, in the women's floor competition, all eyes are on Jessica Gadirova of Great Britain and her bid for a third consecutive title on floor. Sandra Izbasha of Romania has won 3 titles on floor. They were not consecutive ones. Lots of potential milestone moments coming up in the next little while. She couldn't possibly, could she? 3 in a row? It would be an unprecedented accomplishment. And what about him? Can he deprive the home fans of the gold that they are so desperately hoping will come from Ferhat Arujan?
Now we start on floor exercise. With an athlete from
The
Romania,
women's floor final will begin with Ana Barbosu of Romania, the junior European champion in Turkey in 2020. She finished in the top 10 in the all-around here, and she also won the floor title in Turkey at the Mersin World Challenge Cup last year. It's a really impressive start from Ana Barbosu of Romania. Yeah, she had some difficulties right at the end with the last tumbling part. It's very fast and furious music, and yet she does perform it with a sense of control. Such a young athlete.
in Mersin in Turkey. She won every possible gold medal. 6 in total,
And the
1 with a team, 1
embryonic
all-around.
phase of her senior career has been really impressive. We go to the men's parallel bars. Eddie Yusuf of Switzerland, the 28-year-old from the canton of Zurich. He was part of the team that I'm sure many of you remember won that spectacular bronze medal in Bern in 2016. He's missed so many European championships over the years with injury. It's lovely to have him here. he's looking sharp so far. He had some issues in qualification. Good height on the front somersault. Nice looking tip belt, that. Now, can he hold that? Oh, no. Well, I was about to say he had a stumble on his double pike dismount in qualification. He had more than a stumble. Oh, that is really unfortunate for Eddie Yusuf, because the architecture of the routine itself was excellent. He had an arch, an overarch, I should say, on a half pirouette in qualification. No such problem here, and he was looking very well set until this double pike. Very smooth in that tip belt, really nice. He's a graduate of sports science who serves in the Swiss Army. He's picked himself back up again after big injuries. He'll do the same again today. That's a shame. Now, what number 4? Amat Barbosa, who scored 13.233 in qualification. .8, execution lower by about 4/10, and one imagine the last tumbling pass will contribute partly to that. Jessica Gadirova of Great Britain is going for a 3rd consecutive European Championship title on floor. It has never been done before. But she has rather set a trend of performing well beyond expectations, even the high expectations that you have to have when she's around. 13.9 in qualification, it was the best. Oh, what a conclusion to that display. The last tumbling pass was phenomenal, and her championships have been phenomenal. She bids farewell. Will we see her again? Will we see her come back out to receive a medal? It is going to take some beating, that display. Now, in qualification, 13.9, a little better in the all-around final, 13.933. That's how she secured the gold medal. She gets extraordinary height in the double layout. There were a couple of landing adjustments here and there, particularly in the first half of the routine. But it is that remarkable combination of power and presence as a performer.
Let's see if we have a score on B-Box. Yes, we do.
13.466 for Eddie Yusuf. From Switzerland, Noah Seifert. 5th in the all-around competition, 4th best in qualification for this final. He's got so close on a fair few occasions to getting a medal. It'll be a lovely thing if he can get one. He actually won his first senior international medal this season. Or last season, I should say. Oh, he's had to make some adjustments there. But he's been on a World Cup podium. Got it back together nicely now. Oh, just seemed to slip coming into the reconnection on the Bavsar. Very unusual to see that. Again, he's recovered. Oh, I say he's recovered well for the tip help, but he's overarched there too. Oh, unfortunately for Noah Seifert, there are just so many deductions everywhere you look in that routine. You've got to feel for him because he's put his heart and soul into trying to get an all-around medal. And maybe, just maybe, the fatigue told there. There's no doubt he's a really high-quality gymnast, and he's still quite young. And although he stayed on and stayed upright, he had lots of necessary readjustments. How big will the score be? It's 14 for Jessica Gadirova of Great Britain, the best that she's produced so far. That is going to be extremely hard to beat. Naomi Visser of the Netherlands, 3rd best in qualification. The reigning Dutch champion. Team bronze medalist here, her 2nd team bronze medal. 5 years apart, her 2 team bronze medals. And she's still only 21. She's been such an important part of the Dutch team at European Championship level and at World Championship level. She was 5th on floor at the last World Championships. It would be a wonderful thing for Naomi Visser and for the Dutch fans if she's able to get onto the individual podium here in Antalya.
The bronze medal in the women's team competition.
It's quite a thing to behold, isn't it? The triple full into the punch front. Very difficult skill.
Score on the parallel bars for Noah
13.366, regrettably, for Noah Seifert. Both of the Swiss gentlemen have struggled in this final.
And now, on key-bars.
Ilya Kopton of Ukraine. The gymnast who won an outrageous 6 World Cup titles in a row on parallel bars. Last year coming into this year. Second best in qualification with 14.9, but he produced 15.433 in the all-around final. That is a brilliant handstand on the single rail. He has worked so hard for the all-around medal. Seems he still has a lot left to give, though. Wonderful. It's just such nice geometry to this routine. Ilya Kopton of Ukraine, he takes quite a big adjustment as he lands. It will still be a very good score. Is it going to resemble more the qualification score or the all-around final score? Will it fall somewhere in between? And what will it give Ferhat Adujan to attack in terms of a target of 15.1 that he produced in qualification, with Kopton on 14.9? Adujan might watch that and think, I can get out there and I can deliver something that beats it. 13.466. Naomi Visser goes into second place at the moment. Zsofia Kovács of Hungary.
And now on floor, an athlete from Hungary is Zsofia Kovács.
The sixth best in qualification, winner of 2 medals, all around silver, balance beam bronze. Another chance for her here. Zsofia Kovács of Hungary, and as she steps off the competition floor for the last time at these European Championships, we reflect upon a spectacular accomplishment for her, taking the all-around silver medal and getting so close to gold, but also for the Hungarian women's team at large, placing 4th in the team competition, and with her at the heart of it as their leader figure. They've done so well. And it was back in Turkey in 2020 in a very different sort of European Championships that they made it onto the podium. And she did well to stay upright there. And certainly she can leave with her head held very high. 15.166 for Ilya Kovtun. So really right in the middle of the two performances that we have seen so far from him. Now we go to Andrei Muntean of Romania.
And now on parallel bars for Romania, Andrei Muntean.
The 30-year-old from the beautiful Transylvania region in the centre of Romania, from Sibiu. And a region where lots of young gymnasts will be descending very soon. We've had the Junior World Championships of Artistic Gymnastics in Antalya in this city, and they're going to go to Cluj-Napoca for the Rhythmic Gymnastics Junior World Championships in Transylvania very soon, in a couple of months' time. He's got some little flickers for adjustment and had to reset his handstand position. Now greater fluidity established by the 30-year-old. His Bavzar was well executed. That was smooth. This has grown as a routine. That's a good conclusion from Andrei Muntean after a few issues right at the start. He then settled into a European Championship final worthy display. He won a couple of World Cup medals last season, including one in Turkey, in Mersin. Very accomplished graduate of sports physiology from the National Academy in Bucharest. And amazingly, this is his 9th European Championships. Zsofia Kovacs goes into 4th position with a score of 12.733. And what of Andrei Muntean? 14.4. So he's down by just over 2/10 from qualification. Goes into the silver medal position at the halfway mark. We still have to come Ferhat Arujan, and I was talking earlier about what kind of number Ilya Kovtun would give Arujan to try to surpass. 15.166, Arujan scored 15.1 in qualification. So Kovtun leads, then Muntean, then Yusuf. With all due respect to Eddie Yusuf, he probably won't expect to stay there considering who is coming in the rest of this final. Will Jessica Gadirova stay there on top spot? It's a very good chance that she will do. What about Naomi Visser in 2nd place? Anna Barbosu currently holds bronze. We have got the 2nd strongest qualifier to conclude this final. That's Sabrina Maneka-Voinia of Romania. Representing Spain, Laura Casabuena. the 9th strongest in qualification. She really is such a promising gymnast, Laura Casabuena. Just 17, gymnast from Valencia.
Her second European Championships.
And she made her World Championship debut last year in Liverpool. She actually got to the all-around final, which was a great accomplishment. Made the team final at the European Championships in Munich. And she seems to be one of those gymnasts who is getting more and more confident, quite rightly so, as her career progresses.
And we go to parallel bars, where Ilya Koftun is currently in the lead, 15.166, followed by Andrei Mutjan and Eddie Yusuf.
Cameron Bernard of France, 24-year-old who won the bronze medal on this apparatus at the Mediterranean Games in Algeria, in Oran, last year. And he had a very nice moment in Baku, Azerbaijan, earlier this year, taking his first World Cup medal. And then he finished third. .14.4 in qualification. Just lost his leg form going into handstand. So a little off there too. Better, much better. Settled into it now nicely. And that's better from Cameron Bernard, and he looks rather pleased with that display. He did ever so well because at the start he had a couple of issues, but he really did just clamp down on any problems for a much more secure final portion of the routine. And this actually will probably score pretty decently. It'll get him onto the podium at this stage. Laura Casabuena with a score of 13.033 goes into the bronze medal position with 3 gymnasts to go. Here is Alice D'Amato. 5th strongest in qualification, 13.366. Italy's Alice D'Amato, winner of full colours at these championships. Uneven bars gold, team silver, all-around bronze. Will she add to her collection after that display on floor? If she matches what she did in qualification, she'll go into the bronze medal position with 2 to go. Powerful double layout. She's a gymnast you trust, and you're right to trust her. He has gone into 3rd place, 14.366 for Cameron Lee Bernard. Now then, Ferhat Arujan of Turkey. .15.1 his score in qualification. 15.166 leads the way. He has twice been champion of Europe, including his home country in 2020, and he won an Olympic medal in Tokyo. Very tidy. Does well to stop any issues with the legs going to the single rail work. This is contending. Oh, Dihamedov, really sharp. How's the dismount? It's going to be crucial. Oh, it's very good. It's very good from Ferhat Arujan. That is a marvellous performance in front of the home fans in Turkey. He's always produced such high-quality gymnastics in his home country. What he does have is extremely high difficulty. He's always had extremely high difficulty. Ilya Kovtun raised his difficulty from qualification. So what will that mean for Ferhat Arujan? Into the bronze medal position goes Alice D'Amato. 13.433 the number. Laura Casabuena drops down into 4th place. 2 to go. Alice Kinsella of Great Britain, team gold medalist, and the gymnast who is the reigning Commonwealth Games champion on floor. Not enough can be said about the development of this gymnast. She should be showered with praise for how hard she has worked, for how determined she has been, and how she has gone about becoming one of the finest gymnasts out there. She's absolutely at the heart of the British team. She's at the heart of the British team in an unsung hero sort of way, in a manner actually so similar to her own father, Mark Kinsella, who was at the heart of the Irish national football team as a midfielder. And it's so fascinating the way the two of them have gone on to inhabit almost the same role in their respective teams in totally different sports. Although Mark would probably be the first to say his daughter has gone further than he went, and that's saying something because he played at a World Cup. Nearly for Ferhat Alişan, 14.933. He goes into second place. And the gap is just over 2/10. Kovtun holds on. You know, it hasn't been easy for this Spanish team in preparation for these championships. The squad was involved in a road traffic accident on the way back from a competition a while ago. Joel Plata, one of their top gymnasts, was injured in that. Tiano Diallo has done brilliantly to qualify for this final. It's been, one can only imagine how difficult a time for them, setting themselves up mentally and physically for these championships. Wouldn't it be lovely if this 22-year-old can get onto the podium? He's looking good so far. Oh, that's a gorgeous Bavzar. His tip belt is pretty tip-top too. Oh, his dismount's great! Tiano Diallo has delivered one of the best performances we've ever seen from him. First ever apparatus final at European or world level after coming 10th in the all-around competition. That was super.
And he can call himself an Olympian in the Tokyo Olympics. I think we've never seen him in the final of the European Championships. Tiano Diallo from Spain.
Alice Kinsella goes into the silver medal position with 13.666 her score. And we have one gymnast to go, the second best in qualification, Sabrina Maneka-Voinea. The 15-year-old from Constanța in Romania. Let's all just allow ourselves a moment or two to get really excited about Romanian gymnastics. It's one of this sport's great traditions, one of this sport's great nations, and one of this sport's bright prospects, Sabrina Maneka-Voinea. You know, as we look back at her performance, we think of the young Romanians at this competition. As we watch floor, an event that was won in 1992 by a great by the name of Gina Gogian. Well, Gina Gogian is the coach of Amalia Ghegoata, who we saw on balance beam earlier. So that great generation is now starting to help the next one come through. Tieno Diallo's gone into the bronze medal position with a score of 14.733. He can't be too comfortable yet because there are two more to go. Jake Jarman, all around and vault silver medalist, team bronze medalist. 14.4 in qualification. He'll need an improvement of several tenths to get onto the podium. It's very clear from the more that we see of Jake Jarman that he's emerging as an extremely serious contender for big international honours. At just 21, another successful championships for him. He's got really impressive competition stamina. Now we have the last score to come in on floor as we look back at this display from Jake Jarman. Now, is she going to manage to get onto the podium? She is, you know! 13.566. Sabrina Maneka-Voinea at 15 has won a European Championship medal. Jake Jarman's score is 13.066. But we've just had a moment of history made on floor. And hopefully we can come back and have a look at that in just a moment, because we've still got one more gymnast to go on the parallel bars. But I can tell you that we've had something that's never ever been done before at the European Championships that's just been accomplished. First of all, we go to Matteo Leventesi of Italy, third best in qualification for the parallel bars final. 14.733. That is the score that currently occupies third place. And that, regrettably for Leventesi, might well take him out of the running. And it's a shame because he's produced such style on this apparatus. He does finish well, and he holds his head to his hands. He can't quite believe that it just didn't work on that occasion. Gymnast who won the silver medal at the Mediterranean Games. And meanwhile, a moment of extraordinary gymnastics history has been accomplished, because Great Britain's Jessica Gadirova has won her third consecutive European Championship title on floor. It has never been done before. It's quite simple. It's Gadirova over and over and over. And the silver medal has been won by her own teammate, Alice Kinsella, with Sabrina Maneka-Voinea, who's hiding away there somewhere, having won the bronze medal. Huge congratulations to the young Romanian, but Jessica Gadirova's accomplishment is extraordinary, unprecedented. And we have confirmation now of the final standings as well in the men's parallel bars event, with Matteo Leventesi having scored 13.133. And there it is, that 13.133 for Leventesi has him in 8th position. So the silver medal won by Ferhat Alujan of Turkey. And there is your European champion, Ilya Kovtun of Ukraine. A fantastic victory for him. The bronze medalist in the all-around competition. And he's now the champion on parallel bars. And Tierno Diallo of Spain becomes the first gymnast from his country for 18 years to win an event in the parallel bar, or win a medal in the parallel bars competition. The classified results in the women's floor competition: bronze to Sabrina Maneka-Voinea of Romania, silver to Great Britain's Alice Kinsella, the gold won by Jessica Gadirova of Great Britain for the third consecutive European Championships. It's never been done before. The parallel bars title won by Ilya Kovtun of Ukraine, with the silver to Ferhat Alujan of Turkey and the bronze medal to Spain's Tierno Diallo. It's a wonderful result for Spain, considering their build-up to these championships, and it's a sensational display from Ilya Kovtun to just take it ahead of the home hope Ferhat Alujan. We'll bring you in a moment the victory ceremonies. Let's remind you of who's got on the podium, how they did it. And on we go to those victory ceremonies. The victory ceremony in the women's floor competition at the European Championships in Antalya, Turkey. How's that for a transition from junior to senior? Bronze medalist at the Junior European Championships in Munich last year, and now a bronze medalist at the Senior Championships. Romania's Sabrina Maneka-Voinea. Great Britain's Alice Kinsella taking the silver medal after helping the team to gold at the start of these championships. She's won it for the third consecutive European Championships. It is an unprecedented accomplishment from a gymnast who specialises in things that no one else has done before. Jessica Gadirova of Great Britain. Team gold, all-around gold, floor gold. 3 at these championships and 3 in a row on floor.
And the bronze medal is presented by Turkish Gymnastics Federation Vice President, Mr. İsmail Göktürk.
And we'll now have the national anthem of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
Please rise and direct your attention towards the flag ceremony and the national anthem of Great Britain.
And there they are, the medalists in the women's floor exercise at the European Championships. Great result for the British team, and what a promising young athlete coming through for Romania. And now the victory ceremony for the men's parallel bars competition coming up. Spain's Tierno Diallo winning the bronze medal, a brilliant accomplishment for him, his biggest international honours. Turkey, it's Ferhat Arujan, the winner of the silver medal, and he got very close as well. It's a super accomplishment in front of his home crowd from a two-time European champion on parallel bars. Ukraine's Ilya Kovtun produced a superb display to just nudge ahead of Ferhat Arujan by less than 0.3 of a mark. And after his bronze medal in the all-around competition, he is a champion of Europe. And it's a lovely moment for him to win the senior European Championship title in the same country where he won the junior European Championship title in 2020. For the first time ever, Ilya Kovtun is a champion of Europe. It's his biggest international win. And we will now hear the national anthem of Ukraine.
Please rise and direct your attention towards the flag ceremony and the national anthem of Ukraine. Congratulations to all athletes.
What a moment this will be for Ilya Kovtun of Ukraine. He's joined by his fellow medalists in the parallel bars competition.